talk to us about where this is at. We're talking about phase 3, the interim results of this. We know things aren't finalised, but look, we're getting on the cusp of when this would be a finished product. So this is a fantastic result, right?
Well, it's a good result. I would urge some calm, but it is good to see a vaccine with early results showing sort of levels of effectiveness, which they're claiming is 90%, which is sort of in the sort of numbers, which is sort of like what childhood vaccinations, the kids' vaccines are, a lot of them. Whereas, some of the other ones, the bar has been set very low at about 50%. So it's nice to see this. Look, again, we do need to I've been around long enough to urge calm because, number one, there's still a ways to go. And, look, it would take a few side effects to just throw this completely out. But it is nice to see this. And we'll just have to see how it plays out. There is one thing that has been a bit of a concern about this vaccine all along, has been the storage and transport issue, because this has to be theoretically transported at really very, very low, ultra low temperatures. Now, I've heard some good news on that as well, actually, just in the short term, that there were concerns that it had to be held in such low temperatures that it was going to be very difficult to actually get it out to, community for GPs and other places to give the vaccine. But it does look at this stage that the vaccine, even though it has to be transported at ultra low temperatures, can be held in a fridge for a couple of weeks. So that's actually good news as well. So look, at the start, we'll just have to say it's nice to hear something like this. Let's just stay calm about it until we see the complete results.
Yeah, and I know you are the voice of reason here. We like to sometimes just get flat out excited about something. Ultra low, I know, because I was having conversations about this previously. It's something in the vicinity of -30 or -40. There might even be ability, though, to, if it can't be stored in a fridge for too long, to have sort of big, a big building, a centre where there's that sort of facility where people have to travel from all around to get a vaccine. But look, at least it would be a very effective one. I guess now, for the bad news, potentially, you can tell us how bad news it might be. A new strain from minks out of Denmark, but possibly out of Europe. But there is a bit of, I suppose, disagreement over to what extent this strain is being passed from animal to human and whether it is any worse than the current strain of COVID. Because as we've been saying all along, there are lots of, small changes in the virus as it continues to pass through the population.
Yeah, well, as you know, initially the thought is that COVID-19 came from an animal and it's come to humans, and the concern is it's actually gone to minks and then come back to humans. And in the process, the worry has been that there might have been some change to the virus, some mutation to the virus that may either affect it in terms of its ability for a vaccine, for example, to work later, or that it could change, either become more serious or less serious, more infective or less infective. It's far too early. It's just a bit of a warning sign in that, to some degree, even though the party line has been that the virus has not mutated or changed into strains which have markedly made a lot of difference, although I think there is some disagreement about that it can do this, and that in the process of going through another animal and coming back, if that's true in the end, and it turns out to be the case, that the virus is going to be a moving feast and it will have implications for, again, vaccine and infectivity. So these are, right. It just shows you that this is something we have to keep an eye on over time.
Yeah, but just on that though, I mean, vaccines can be developed and altered as well, right? So the fact they've managed to get one for a coronavirus, which isn't yet out there, but could be soon, does show that vaccines can adjust as well. Is that right?
Well, that may be the case, but how hard will be the question, and how quickly the virus either changes is one thing, and how quickly we can actually keep up is another. We've done that. I mean, the case is that we've done quite well with things like influenza vaccine in the past. Yeah. So that's been good. That's what happens every year. We change the vaccine every year to match the mutations. So maybe that may be the case. So it's, again, too early, but it's just another warning sign that the virus could change over time.